Are modern women better wives for successful men, or will they always be a side chick forever?
Sheesh.
Define
Well
a
done.
modern woman first. Like, you have to define what a modern woman looks like.
That's somebody
Loves Cardi B, 45 body count, slightly obese. You know what I'm saying? Baby daddy by one. No, I'm sorry. My bad. Did I say that out loud? I was supposed to keep that to myself. Money can help, but money can also hurt. Like the thing is, for everything, there's an inflection point. Like for a guy who's like 5'10", 5'11", it might help him to be 6'3", but once he's like 7'1", it like actually hurts him to be any taller. Actually, above 6'6", it actually starts
there's a threshold.
There's a threshold. I think with the way you show money, it's like, hey, if he has like a beautiful loft in downtown in Manhattan,
you can figure it out for yourself.
Right? And he has a beautiful loft, and then it's like everything is like antique furniture, but it's like beautiful, like well kept. But then he doesn't need like a Lambo and a Rolls, and like after a while, like it all of a sudden kind of like works against you. Does that make sense? Yeah. It's like, okay, now this guy just leads with money. And the same thing with physique, right? Women prefer men who are more muscular than average, but not as muscular as Arnold Schwarzenegger. So what happens is a guy will do gear for in summer and he'll get big, and then once he gets big, he's like, okay, I got twice as many compliments by doing 50 milligrams a week, so I'll do 100 milligrams a week the next year, and I should get 4 times as many compliments. And it doesn't work like that. That you get to the point where you start looking
Are you
like,
saying I need to dial it back a little bit?
Maybe. If you start looking like Rich, but what's his name? Rich Piana. It's like,
Like
we're doing
the most
arm days.
Insecure men.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you can overdo it with everything. So money, do you need money? I think you need enough money to where like dinner at Mastro's or STK is like a nothing. Like you don't even, the bill comes and you just hand them the credit card. You don't even have to look. That's enough money that you need. And then like maybe owning your car in your own name, like having enough income to pay off your debt, and probably owning some property. I think that's about the level of wealth you need. When you get past that, or the problem is as you select more and more wealth, like when you have the yacht, you don't just get girls, you get girls who select for the yacht. And so now it's a subset of women, and some of them are very attractive, but they're also financial predators. And here's the other problem. If you ever talk to a guy who's like a celebrity or like very, very famous, what'll happen is he'll have an amazing interaction with a beautiful woman, but the problem is like while he's like, oh, that was a great interaction, these like 4 big strippers move into the room and just push her out of the way because they're so much more aggressive and they're predatory and they understand what they're doing. They're like, I'm here to take it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, and then the interaction he had with the girl, he just kind of forgets because the big strippers are like are pushing it. You understand what I'm saying?
They like bully the nice girls out of the way.
I've seen it happen several times. So it's like you couldn't even tell if you had a great interaction with them in the first place because there's so much other stimuli that the guy's getting, and so that's where you get into those type of issues. So leading with money is like taking steroids. When you start taking steroids, you got to keep taking steroids. Keep that physique, and when you lead with money, you always have to lead with money. I don't know a single. I know hundreds of girls who at some point have ever either been like sugar baby, sugar whatever the in some form or fashion, and I have never once, not one time in my life, seen a guy go from sugar daddy to like hot sexual lover that she feels genuine desire for. It doesn't work that way. I've seen it go the other way. I've seen her have genuine desire for a man who becomes successful and he takes care of her, but I've never seen it go the other way.
Question for the ladies: what is the distinguishing feature between a man who has confidence and a man who is cocky?
Ooh, I love this question.
Right?
I love it.
Okay. Is it just how he makes you feel?
Exactly.
That's the difference between a confident guy. So a cocky guy can like trick you into thinking he's confident?
No.
Because it made you feel good?
No, like it's like, okay, a cocky guy can be like, oh yeah, I have confidence. But then it's just like, it gets to the point where it's like, you're talking too much of yourself. When is going to be a moment where you're going to give me a compliment of how I look? I dressed up, I put makeup, I put my nice outfit, and you have not once said anything of how I look, and you're just looking at yourself in the mirror like, hello.
Where's the line between cockiness and sexual harassment? What is the line?
I think confidence is like people already know. Like you don't have to speak about it.
No, you definitely don't.
Cockiness is like when you're trying to sell it to people. Like, yo, this is what I got going on.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, okay, brother.
I'm the man.
So cockiness is it's a lat flare, right?
Yeah. You don't have to sell confidence. Like people already see it on you. You know, cockiness is when you're trying to prove to everybody else that you got something that you don't.
Yeah, I think that confidence is built on something, on some experiences or something like that, and cockiness is just like less that. If you have a lot of money, you don't need to show it really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't give a about it.
Think that, Mike? Do you think that you think you don't need to show your wealth?
It depends. It depends if you're funny. If you're really funny and you have cool friends and you're good looking, then maybe you don't have to show money. But for some other people,
Agent of Change says if she's attracted, he comes off as confident. If she's not attracted, he's cocky.
if she's not attracted, it's sexual harassment. It's sexual harassment. Me too. That's what happens. Okay.
Gosh, thank you for so many super chats today.
Yep.
If all he wants from you is sex, you're with a useless man, or sex is all you're useful for. This is why masculine fathers and brothers are so important. They will help you figure out where the problem lies. Okay, thank you for the comment.
Wait, though, I want to say something about that because, I don't think it's a bad thing if somebody only wants sex. I think it's a bad thing if they don't communicate.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Because there is guys that can go out to the club and be like, hey, this is what I'm looking for tonight. And there are girls who are also like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Men don't realize that, but they have to be
Yeah.
honest about that. And I think as long as everything's like an honest and mutual thing, then it's not an issue.
So there's papers on this called Sociosexuality, where people have like less discrimination on who they have sex with, or whether they can have sex without an emotional attachment. Men far more than women are capable of doing this.
because you guys have like little boxes in your brain.
For sure.
Women, we connect
That's
everything.
that's a great way to
Exactly.
that's a great way to describe it. Yes.
We
That-
feel for every little interaction. I mean, there's definitely women who can think the same way as a man. Like, I'm not saying that, like, every single woman is like this or every single man is like this, because men can be like that, too, where they attach feeling to, like, everything and they can't compartmentalize. But, yes, most men do.
Women
Yeah, if
can
they're a
have
little
sex
bitch.
without emotion, too.
They can. They can for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
How do you think women come to that? Because for the most part, it seems to me that like women naturally associate emotion with sex, but they have to sort of push past that so that they can have
I
sex
agree,
without an
So,
emotional
like,
attachment.
at the end of the day, the similarities that we have with men and women, we have sexual desires, right? We have our needs. So that's why,
There-
a woman can have sex just because she needs to get off.
I
And
feel
that's
like
it.
that woman is
Yeah,
like
but she's still
comfortable with
she's
herself,
more selective than 99% of men.
Yeah.
Of course, because we're a woman that has the box. We have the reproduction, whatever. We have the box. We have we have the upper hand to have more sex desires, more sex partners if we want to, because we have the box.
We make the choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a difference, like with coming, like intimately and disassociatively.
Yeah.
So
Is there a difference
Yeah.
in quality and
Yes,
frequency,
absolutely.
intensity?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
Let's qualify
absolutely.
this.
oh yeah.
I will say, like, personally, for me, with sexual partners, I normally have to sleep with them on, like, several occasions before I could even come with them. But I think in general, as a person, when it comes to, like, sexuality, I'm very shy with. Not that I won't, but I feel like women kind of are taught from a young age that, like, we're performing. You know what I mean? So, like, we don't, like, come at it from, like, a direct, like, oh, this is a pleasure sport. We look at it like, oh, I'm performing right now. So it's kind of harder to make that connection
So
of,
you
like,
need-
it's okay for
You
me
need more
to
practice.
pursue it.
You need more practice. He needs multiple times to do it.
It's
Don't
not
get
even,
discouraged,
like,
Kyler. You
they-
understand?
they-
Don't get discouraged.
They could be really good at what they're doing, but just the fact that in my head I'm thinking about, like, oh, how do I look right now? Like, he could be
This
eating
is
my
true.
pussy and I'm like, what is he seeing from that? That's what's going through my head. And that's
Yeah, we're
why
men. We're exact same way. We're like, yeah, I wonder what they're looking. No.
No, y'all are over here like,
Don't care at all.
It's like from down
Do you
there.
guys want the secret of
y'all are
best sex?
enjoying the
No,
view,
we're
looking-
enjoying the view
we're
and
wondering what
calling the
view looks
Uber
like,
at the same
you know?
time. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that out
Fuck
loud.
are they looking
Did I say
down
that? I'm
there?
sorry. Please strike that from the record. Can we take that off?
No, it's true.
That's
But
terrible.
I 100% agree with you because it comes down to genuine desire. It comes down to like what is
Yeah.
your level of arousal and passion for this one guy.
And
absolutely.
I'll women can have high libidos. Like, I'm just gonna throw
Very
my,
high
I'm gonna throw my
libidos.
mom under the bus here. She's a little freaky freak. So she is the kind of woman that could do what you're talking about. Can just go out, have casual sex, come 18 times, and it not be a problem. Like my
And compartmentalize it.
yeah, she's like, to her it's sex, like nothing more. But then she can also have like this and I envy her for this. I'm like, Mom, teach me your ways. But like she can also still have like that emotional connection and have like that deeper level of like intimacy. But I don't know if y'all got tips and tricks on that. Please
That's what my
let me
husband and I
know.
have. It's me. Ooh.
No, I think when you get to the point where you're not self-conscious and you can just sort of
That's when
like.
you can do that.
So
Yeah.
I have this. Okay, this is just me spitballing here. I have this theory.
Yeah.
It's like there's only like 2 times in like a human being's life where they can really sort of get down like to the animal level,
Yeah.
and that's when you're having sex and when you're fighting somebody. When you're like, seriously, when you're
Absolutely.
like beating the shit out of you, like you're gonna
Absolutely.
die if you don't kill this other mother. That's when you're really
My
honest.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like, damn. I've never been in a physical fight, so
Yeah.
No, you're too pretty.
Yeah.
It's not even worth it. Any girl that wants to fight you, they're hating.
man,
That's hilarious.
You know, it will be a girl that's twice your size or uglier
every
than you.
time.
I'm just
Every
letting you
time,
know
I kid
now.
you not.
Could be any girl.
It's
I've never
crazy.
been
It's
one
like you're
either.
towering.
No,
over me.
every girl I fought was like twice the size or like a fucking.
Why are you
could
looking at
never
my
fight
man? I'm like, I'm not looking at your
I
man.
promise
No,
you.
that would look like a girl that looks like she's from the
looking at
football
you.
field. Like,
No,
She's a
I've never
fullback.
been.
She's
Yes.
a fullback.